I was just in the middle of recording a different video that I planned on posting today, but we're going to push that one back until tomorrow because we got some breaking news, and this is stuff that I usually wouldn't make an entire video on, but since this breaking news is involving the Red Wings, I figured I would make a quick video and give you guys my 2 cents on the whole situation. So before we talk about Jakub Vrana and him being placed on waivers, for those of you who don't know, that is the breaking news I'm referring to. Let's first talk about why this is happening. We knew the Detroit Red Wings had some tough roster decisions to make here in the coming days due to the fact that guys like Robby Fabbri, like Tyler Bertuzzi, like Filip Zadina, and like Jakub Vrana were all making their way back from injury or being away from the team and were slated to return to play here in the next week or so. Fabbri being the first of those players to return. He's expected to make his season debut tomorrow against the New Jersey Devils, so the Red Wings had to clear a roster spot by today in order to make room for Robby Fabbri to be in the lineup tomorrow against the Devils, and with waiver-exempt players like Elmer Soderblom, Jonathan Berggren, and Joe Veleno playing so well at the moment, and Derek Malone not wanting to take them out of the lineup, we knew it was most likely going to be a veteran placed on waivers, potentially a guy like Pius Suter, Adam Erne. Those were, the prime candidates that Red Wings fans were speculating about. Another name that was thrown around a lot was Gustav Lindstrom, who's kind of been on the outside looking in of the lineup over the past couple of weeks. Detroit is also carrying 3 goaltenders right now in Ville Husso, Alex Nedeljkovic, and Magnus Hellberg, so there was a lot of speculation that maybe Ned or Hellberg could be sent down or traded, something like that. However, today we learned that none of what I just mentioned is happening, or at least yet anyways, and to everyone's surprise, Jakub Vrana was the player placed on waivers. Since being dealt to the Red Wings at the 2021 trade deadline as part of that Anthony Mantha trade, Jakub Vrana has 32 points in 39 games when he's been in the lineup for Detroit since that trade. He has been a very productive player. The thing is, he just hasn't been in the lineup much. Obviously, he missed the first 3 quarters of last season after undergoing shoulder surgery because he injured his shoulder in training camp. And then this season, after putting up 2 points through the Red Wings' first 2 games of the season, Jakub Vrana entered the NHL Player Assistance Program and was away from the team until recently. Over the past week, Jakub Vrana has been on a conditioning stint in Grand Rapids in the American Hockey League, trying to get his body back to game shape. Obviously, it takes a while when you're away from the team for so long like Jakub Vrana was, not practicing, not doing any of those things, and all that leads us to now, where Jakub Vrana has been placed on waivers. So I do have a couple of reasons as to why I think Jakub Vrana was the player Detroit chose to place on waivers. Reason number 1 being maybe the Red Wings are thinking that Jakub Vrana's $5.25 million cap hit and the fact that he signed through the 2023-24 season may scare some teams away from actually claiming him on waivers. There is not a lot of teams in the NHL right now with an abundance of cap space, so that is a pretty big contract to take on without sending any money out. Reason number 2, and this is also kind of to do with his contract, that is a really big contract to take on for a player who hasn't played much over the last calendar year. Reason number 3, maybe Detroit genuinely just wants to get him more reps in the American Hockey League, and they don't think his conditioning stint is long enough to get him back up to game speed and to get enough reps in, because in the games Vrana has played in the AHL thus far, he has not been good. He's been really bad. You can tell he's still trying to get back into shape. However, if that is the case, that's a pretty risky move considering he's not waiver exempt, and now he has to go through waivers, and I honestly feel like there's a good chance there is a team out there that's going to claim him. To summarize my thoughts on this, I am definitely disappointed. I feel like there's more going on here that meets the eye, like there's some behind the scenes stuff that Steve Yzerman knows that we as fans and as the public just don't know about. I'm assuming we're definitely going to learn more about this move by Steve Yzerman over the next 24 hours, depending on if Jakub Vrana clears waivers or if a team out there claims him. Pretty big shocker here though. This is definitely not the news I was expecting to get today. I was assuming we were going to see, the Red Wings place Adam Erne on waivers or something like that. I really don't want to speculate on this too much because Jakub Vrana is a player that's coming back from completing the player assistance program. So one thing I just want to say is I hope everything is okay with Jakub Vrana, and in the end I hope he goes unclaimed and we can see him back in a Red Wings sweater sooner rather than later, because again, like I said, this is a very productive player for Detroit when he's healthy, when he's in the lineup. He's one of the most efficient 5v5 goal scorers in the league since the 2020-21 season. The only player ahead of him in 5v5 goals per 60 minutes is Austin Matthews. So for a team like the Red Wings, who struggle offensively, struggle to score goals, waiving your best natural goal scorer is kind of a baffling move. So I'm really interested to see how all this plays out. As always, I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say, so be sure to sound off down below in the comments. While you're down there, if you could, please be sure to drop a like on the video. That is the best way to show your support. And last but not least, if this was your first time checking out the channel and you want more NHL content just like this all year long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you all soon.